Hi everybody, this is Reverend Andrea Johnson from Minnesota Valley UU Fellowship. Today I'd like to talk about grace. In this time of pandemic, how can we open up a space for grace for ourselves and others when the uncertainty, grief, and challenges surface? Here's what I've been noticing lately. At the beginning of this pandemic, some of my friends were talking about all this extra time they were having to watch movies, to do spring cleaning projects, start to make sourdough bread, for example. But for me, I've actually been quite busy, finishing up a project for my seminary class, wrapping up the coming of age program and service here at church, and some other volunteer activities, all the while trying to keep my kids focused on their schoolwork. At times, I felt overwhelmed, angry, sad, and have been noticing how it is coming out sideways at times. Does this ever happen to you? For example, I somehow felt the need to send an email to my program advisor at 4 a.m. outlining my concerns at not being able to fit in all the courses and books I want to read and do for my Doctor of Ministry program. Thankfully, he was kind in his response, noticed my stress, and offered me a graceful reply, stating that he was sure we'd find a way to maximize my learning goals with the classes I had to choose from. My daughter Kate, who is 11 and loves to dance and do music lessons, did not receive this same kindness and grace from me when she started refusing to go to her Zoom dance and music lessons because they were not as fun as they were in person. I found myself feeling so sad because here was something she used to love to do and enjoyed so much. And now that was going away too. And I felt bad for the dance studio who's trying to offer classes and just keep their studio afloat. Instead of offering Kate compassion for the loss she was feeling, I got mad at her for not wanting to go and judged myself for being a bad mother because I couldn't get her to go. But then I remembered the wise advice of my spiritual director, who encourages me to bring a posture of curiosity with me instead of judgment in situations like this. So I took a minute to slow down and I asked Kate, "What is bringing you joy right now?" She said hanging out with her friend Aubrey, who lives across the street. They can go on bike rides, rollerblading, and they climb adjacent trees near Lake of the Isles where we live. Instead of giving up on dance and music lessons, we called the music teacher and brainstormed options. She suggested we drop piano for now and instead focus on singing and playing the ukulele in the teacher's backyard, 6 feet apart. Kate loved this idea and can't wait to try it out next Monday afternoon. My favorite theologian, Paul Tillich, describes grace as that thing which breaks into our lives and surprises us into wholeness. We are struck alive like a bell awakened with sound and purpose. We ring with a new pattern. Grace bestows assurance, grounding, and hope. It changes guilt into confidence and courage. What helps me to let go of some of the expectations and standards? Music and dance is not about getting to the next level or doing things exactly the way we did them before. When I slow down and pay attention, creativity can emerge. I am able to express the true compassion and love that is in my heart and drop the judgment and the rigid expectations. When I lean into my daily practice of exercise and prayer, the judgment softens and I have more fun. This community is a place where we can all find support for allowing grace to shine in, where we can welcome the shame, the anger, the fears, and the dark spots. My wish for you all is to find some daily practice that gets you in touch with what is life-giving to you right now. Put down the striving, the judgment, the fear, and the anger, to make space for grace, to bestow courage, grounding, hope, and joy in these uncertain times. May it be so for you this week. Amen.